Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing another long cleaning video and I have jam-packed this one with a ton of cleaning motivation because my downstairs is pretty trash right now, so we are going to clean it up and take care of it. You had me right from the start. If you're new here, I'm Becca. I'm a single mom to 3 boys and I do long cleaning videos every single week and I jam-pack them with real life cleaning motivation. I keep everything pretty open and honest over here. So if you like cleaning motivation and all of that, you will love my channel and I hope that you choose to stick around. And I think that's why you've been building up this wall. As you can see, we are tackling the kitchen first because the kitchen is a complete disaster. I actually did this video in 2 days because I just didn't have the time to clean more than just the kitchen because that's how bad it was the first day. And as you can tell, we've been cooking a lot, so we've got a lot of appliances out and there's just a lot going on. I'm going to take these receipts that are sitting on my island and I'm going to scan them into my Fetch app. This is not sponsored or anything. This is just out of complete free will. I have the Fetch app on my phone. I love using it. You get points every time you scan a receipt. And it also tracks what you're spending, which I really like as well. I can kind of like look back for the year and see where I spent the bulk of my money because it breaks it down. But I scan everything because you get points for it. Those points turn into gift cards and I usually will do like a Dunkin' Donuts gift card to pay for my coffees. But I am sharing my code with you so that you can download the app if you don't already have it. Using my code, you'll get extra points when you scan your first receipt, and I'll get points as well, so win-win. I tried peeking through the cracks, saw the light but couldn't catch it. Now the one who's breaking down. You should let me love you. You're making it so hard to. You've been building up this wall now, and I don't really know how I'm supposed to break it down. I know, baby. If you have an air fryer, you have to tell me if you cook with your air fryer more than you do your oven, because at this point in my life, I use my air fryer 10 times more than I use my oven. I almost don't even use my oven. Is that strange? I literally barely ever use my oven because I use my stovetop and my air fryer all the time. I can't even remember the last time I used my oven. I think it was to bake something. I cannot be the only one though. Now we're going to tackle these dishes. It is out of control and I have actually been really good lately with not letting the dishes get like this, but we have been so incredibly busy. It is going to be the first week of school. We only have a couple days of school this week, but we are starting this week and life has been so chaotic because of the storm last week. If you didn't know, if you don't follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, we had a really bad storm. We had a ton of flooding in our neighborhood and it pretty much, we were stuck for a couple days because of it. And then on top of it, we had meet the teacher, we had to finish school shopping and all of that stuff. So it's been very chaotic the last week. So I've literally just been trying to survive at this point. We're not really thriving right now, we're surviving, but we're getting it all done. And with that being said, that is why my dishes are just out of control right now. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. I cannot believe that we are already starting school. I feel like summer went by so stinking fast. Like, where did the time go? Because I cannot believe we're already starting school again. And then, of course, I got all in my head last night, and I was thinking about how this will be the first year that my oldest is not starting school, and I can't even remember how long. And that just pulls on my mom heartstrings. Like, he's been out of school for a while because he finished school early, and then he was able to walk with the rest of his class in May. But he was done with school in December, and these milestones this last year have just been so monumental and so emotional. But this will be the first year since he was 4 years old that he doesn't go to school on the first day of school. It's so wild and crazy to me. Have y'all already started school, or are you starting school? It's also wild to me how we are on such different like wavelengths when it comes to when we start school. Even just in the same country, we, I mean, my best friend only lives 2 states away. She's not that far from me, but they don't start school for like a whole nother week or 2. And we're starting school this week. It's just wild that like it's so different. It's not really consistent anywhere. But have your kids started school yet? Dancing all these tears away. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these fears away. Don't need it. Dancing all these tears away. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these fears away. Don't need you. I won't lie, I am really excited about getting back into a routine, and I'm not looking forward to getting up early. I don't love having to get up early. I'm not a morning person. I've said that a million times. You guys already know that, but that is the downfall to it. But I am really happy to be getting back into a routine and getting things more like scheduled. Right now, I feel like everything's up in the air. We kind of go to bed whenever, we wake up whenever. It's messy right now, which works. It's fine. We make it work, but I am more of like a routine structured type of person. So once we get back into that, it'll just be a lot easier. So I am looking forward to that. we're moving on to the next day, and my goal was to really clean the downstairs, like really get it clean. So we're gonna do the floors. We're going to pick everything up off the floors, and we're gonna use my wet vac and just mop these floors, get them vacuumed, and get them back to being spotless because they're pretty messy right now. I do run my robot vacuum, which mops and vacuums, and it definitely is great for in between, but you know, it's not perfect. It's not as good as mopping. It's still great, don't get me wrong, but you still have to have like those deep cleaning days. So that's what we're doing today. I absolutely love this wet vac. I have had a few different kinds of them, and I've never had a bad one, don't get me wrong, but I've definitely liked this one the most out of all of them. It's worth every penny. It is the Dreamy Tech wet vac, but I will have it linked in the description box down below. I try and link everything you see in each video down below for easy access for you. So if you are curious and you're in the market for a wet vac, I highly recommend this one.
Where have you been? It's like I waited all my life, so happy that I found you. I'm paper thin. I haven't always been this shy, but haven't felt this in a while now.
My dining room as well is a mess. I did my nails the other day and my lamp just got, I don't know, it made its way to the other side of the table and kind of under everything, so I forgot it was even here. We had a birthday party the other day and I was going to use some tissue paper, but then I just decided to forego it and just throw the toy in the bag because really, who wants to clean up the tissue paper anyways? So I put it in the bag and we just called it a day. And of course, there's always toys everywhere. Are you a mom if your house isn't covered in toys? No.
This in a while now. So sad when we are apart. If you leave, you break my heart. I need you to need me too. Stay with me when it's getting dark. Hold me tight, close in your arms.
And you already know, since I'm mopping the floor, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum the rugs first because if we're gonna do it, we might as well do it all. That's probably one of my downfalls is I am a very all or nothing type of person. So if I'm doing it, I'm doing it all. But sometimes that bites me in the butt because if I don't have time for something, then I just don't do it because I can't do it all the way I want to do it. So it's always a catch.
Why is it so hard to be honest? it so hard to just be honest? Why is it so hard to speak the truth? Why is it so hard to just be honest when I want this? Maybe you want it too. So I just need to tell you. I just need to tell you.
I know that I should keep it cool, babe. Not lose my swag and play the fool, babe. Just play the game and hold on, maybe. But I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me, tell me, tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask you twice. Not looking for your lies. Tell me, do you wanna go?
I think one of the things that I'm most excited about for the kids going back to school is it's going to free up some time during the day for me to be able to get back to working on some projects. And I am just really excited to do a few things that I've really had in mind. There's a stand in the living room that I've been wanting to just kind of mess with and see what I can do with it. I want to finish the playroom. I want to do my bedroom, and there's just so many things that I really want to do. And I know with them being in school, it's going to free up some time so that I'm going to have the availability to work on those things uninterrupted. Because if you have kids, you know, when you're working on projects and stuff like that and your kids are home, it's so difficult because doing my work alone with them home is difficult because I get stopped every couple of minutes. It just comes with the territory of being a parent, right? So sometimes I don't want to even continue working on stuff while they're home for the summer or like spring break and stuff, because it is so much more daunting and it takes twice as long to get through. So sometimes I just like to put things on the back burner until they're back on a routine and schedule in school, so that it gives me a little bit more time. But I swear doing projects like that feeds my soul. I love it. It's so much fun for me. I love decorating my house, and in a way where like I can kind of create it myself. I just love doing stuff like that. So I'm really excited to get back to that. My oldest saw this package of dinosaur, I forget what they're called, but it was like, you put them on your Crocs, like they go in the tabs of your Crocs or whatever it's called. And he saw a package of dinosaur ones at Walmart when he was there the other day, and it made him think of his brothers, and he knew that they would love it. So he went ahead and grabbed them for them. And I just think he's such a good kid. Like, he's so sweet, he's so kind, he's so thoughtful. The fact that, you know, he saw that and he thought to spend his own money on it and get it for them, it just, the gesture like melts my heart. I feel like I've done a good job, you know, raising him and choosing, like, getting him to be a kind and respectful human being is, you know, so important when you're raising kids, really. And seeing that come to light as an adult is just always melts my heart.
You put me aside and turn out the lights for no reason. Was it a make believe? Something you never needed. What was it all for? I don't know you anymore. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Losing track, even God knows I'm trying. Dangerous, selfish way to love me more these days. We go back, we go back, we go back, we colliding. Had a vision, we held on to so tight. To me it was clear, but you lied to me. Now I keep thinking, was Was I wasting my time letting you into my life? You brought out the best in me. We had everything we needed. You put me aside and turned out the lights for no reason. Was it a make-believe? Something you never needed? What was it all for? I don't know you anymore. We go back, we go back, we go back, we collide. Losing track, even God knows I'm trying.
I still had some medicine out from the other day. I had a really bad headache and I could not even function. It was bad. I've always gotten bad headaches like that my whole life, but they're usually few and far in between. But right now it's hard because of the medication that I'm on. I'm not able to take just anything, and I do take daily aspirin as well, so I have to be really specific about what I take. So, and I couldn't even remember at the moment because my head was hurting so bad and I had to like think about it. I couldn't remember, so I just took a few things out and messaged my doctor and the nurses and stuff just to make sure. But of course I hadn't put them away yet, so, and you know, my house could always use a good dusting, so we're definitely going to get that done while we're here.
Warm hands, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious. Your friends have told me just to give you time. Weekends are passing by like everything is fine. I know this is so delusional. I have lost my grip, but I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious?
One thing I love about this wet vac too is it dries so fast. So whenever I wet vac the floor, usually like when I do a big area like this, the first half of the room that I did, by the time I finish the second half is usually already dry. It literally dries within minutes. And the previous wet vac I had, it left the floor wet for quite a while. It cleaned it. I'm not complaining because I mean, clean is clean, right? But I love that it dries quickly, especially with kids. Like my kids were in and out this day. They were playing outside and kind of running back in, grabbing some toys, going back outside. And you know, with my kids being in and out like that, I don't want them trampling in all over the wet floor. So the fact that it dries really fast is awesome.
If I know that it's gonna end. So curious, so curious. So curious, so curious.
my entryway, when I'm able to do it, is another room that I really just want to overhaul. I really want to get a new stand for in here. I want to get some new chairs for in here, and I want to just kind of redecorate it to more match like the style of like the living room and the way the house is coming together overall, because I've mentioned this before, but my ex and I built this house together, and a lot of it was decorated in mind for what he would like and what I would like. So it was a happy compromise is the best way to explain it. But it wasn't exactly what I would have wanted to do. And my living room and my laundry room and even like the dining room is kind of coming together now too. All those areas are more of what I would have done just on my own. So I really just want to revamp the entryway. Every time I see it, it just makes me feel like it's not really me, or it's not really exactly what I would choose. And now obviously, since I've lived alone in this house now for over a year and a half, I just really want to make all the rooms feel like me and put my personal touches to them. So I have a lot of ideas for the entryway. I just, of course, you know, time and money. So, but this room in the next few months will definitely get an overhaul.
You should know, even though it hurts me so, I just can't let it go.
All right, everyone, everything is clean now, at least the downstairs. Don't ask about the upstairs, but here are some finishing shots. Everything looks great. I am so happy to be going to bed and having a clean downstairs, coming down to a clean kitchen. I mean, best feeling. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, I hope you choose to hit that subscribe button, stick around, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.